How's it going, everyone? Paul with Adaptable Survival. What I wanted to do in today's episode is we're going to do a follow-up to the Savotta and Pathfinder pack video I did a few weeks ago. Many of you asked for a complete loadout video, so I got one loadout we're going to show in one pack, and then we'll transfer it over and show it how it looks in the other. So we'll start off by looking at the Savotta Jääkäri medium, completely packed up here. If I had to guess, I haven't weighed this. I'll weigh it when I get back home, put the weights up for this loadout in each of these packs across the screen. But I just have all my camera gear for today, as well as a couple other things to kind of simulate if you were taking this out for an overnighter. So on the side here, I do have an axe. I just have it secured with the straps, the compression straps on the side, and then just have it tucked into the pocket here. So speaking to the pocket down here, so you can easily stow an axe handle in here, and then you have, you know, for me, about 4 fingers width of space to store something else in there. Like I mentioned in the first video, that's one of the downsides with the Savotta, is these pockets aren't very big. So that is a definite benefit of the Pathfinder pack that we will look at here in a second. If these pockets were up, you know, even if they were up to where this first compression strap is, you know, it's going to give you enough security to put stuff in there, even if you overstuff it, and you're not going to have to worry about that falling out. On the other side here, I just have one of the titanium Russian shovels secured to the side here. Essentially the same setup. Have the handle tucked into the pocket, have it stored, strapped down with the compression straps itself. Now let's pop open the top of this here. So as I said, this one has the snow collar. We just open that up, and then now we have full access. You know, I have maybe 8 inches of extra room up here where I could really overstuff this, and then pop the lid over top. So first up I have in here is my The Wolf's Den multi-operational fanny pack. There will be a video either before this one or after this one that comes out talking about that. I do have my case with my microphone stuff in it. This case, as you can see, has all my camera gear. I have my Hidden Woodsman survival pouch. Already did a video on that, so we're not going to sit here and go over all that. I have my GSI Microlight 1000 to just have a little bit of water with me while I'm out for a couple hours here. My cordage bag, I have all sorts of stuff in there at the moment. My Marine Corps field tarp. What else we got in here? And then I think the last thing I have in here is the Hill People Gear Mountain Serape. So as you can see here, you know, this covers a lot of the basic necessities. Now, this isn't going to be a setup to do an overnighter this time of year. Could I make this stuff work? I definitely could. You know, I could make a bed out of, you know, some of these cedar boughs around me, have my tarp for shelter, start a fire, all that, etc., etc. But I just wanted to show a simple loadout and try and fill this up as much as possible so you get an idea of what will all fit inside of here. Let me switch this stuff over. I'll pack up a Pathfinder pack, rinse and repeat. So what I figured we would do, instead of me packing this up, unpacking it, going through all that rigmarole, I will show you how I pack this up and kind of how I generally pack up my packs. So typically I'll take whatever's going to be a part of my sleep system and stuff that I have at the bottom. You always want to pack your pack from what you're not going to be using regularly all the way up to what you're going to need on a consistent basis. So we got that in there. Take my tarp, find a home for that, take my quarters bag, stuff that in there, take my survival kit, go along the side of that, and then as I'm stacking this, I'm almost like playing Tetris with each level that I'm going up, so everything's evenly distributed and I have almost like a tabletop that keeps packing up as I go. Actually, stuff this in here. Take my camera bag. Put that in there. Take my microphone case. Stuff that in there. Now, obviously, if you aren't filming or doing photography, you're not going to have some of this extra gear, so that's going to free up space for other stuff. Lastly, I keep my med kit at the top of the pack, so it's always readily accessible. Now, just like with the Savotta, we have, I don't know, about 8, maybe 10 inches of extra room up top here. This is one of the distinctions between the Pathfinder pack and the Savotta, where the Savotta, you have like a lighter nylon material for that snow collar. The Pathfinder pack has the entire pack made out of this nylon material. Now, I tried to find out what kind of nylon this is made out of. I couldn't find that information. Maybe one of you know. Let me know in the comment section down below. But then I just seal this up with a Velcro closer. And then now I can roll this closed to keep everything nice and secure on the inside. And then pop that lid over, expand these straps out. And now I can cinch this down to keep it nice and tight so I don't have a lot of extra stuff roaming around. Now, the reason I brought the shovel and the axe is to show these side pockets. Now, it said these were designed to fit a shovel inside of here, so let's see how well that does. So, as you can see, I have that Russian titanium shovel, the head of it shoved into that pocket, nice and flat. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to fit much of anything else in there, but that will fit in there. And then I can come through, cinch this down, secure it even further with the second compression strap. And now I have that riding nice and tight on the side here. Now we come over to the other side. Pull those clips. Grab my axe. And this is just a council tool. I believe this one is the Hudson Bay hatchet. I can't remember. I bought this one at the beginning of my survival training about 5 years ago, so I can't remember the exact model. If I do remember that when I get home and through editing, I'll throw that across the screen. But let's see if we can get this to fit inside this pocket, which I don't think we're going to do. Yeah, so I can't get this axe head in there, but I can easily store this handle first. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about with when you're using this pack, you obviously get the benefit of having a taller pocket in itself to store stuff in. So let's say for this instance, I have my axe in there, but now I wanted to put a water bottle in here. Now, a 32 liter Nalgene, a 1 liter bottle, you're gonna have a hard time getting that in there with an axe, with the shovel, saw, anything other than the bottle itself. But what you could use is one of the smart bottles. You could put that in there, or another slimly profiled bottle. You could slide that in there and keep that in there. If I can stop saying in there. So let's see. Strap this all down so I can secure it, so I don't have to worry about my hatchet spring and legs taking off on me. And now we're packed up again. and now I can beat feet out of here if I need to. Like I said, you know, you have a couple more benefits with the Pathfinder pack in comparison to the Savotta. You have this extra pocket on the front. A caveat with this pocket though, I mentioned in my first video that I wish it would have been more of a MOLLE pocket and then have MOLLE across the front here and then kind of customize it to whatever your needs are. What I will say additionally with this pocket, I should say, this zipper on here, I don't know what kind of zippers are. I think these are YKK. Let me look here. Yeah, so these are YKK zippers. But the problem I found with this front pocket, I haven't done this on my pack, but I know a few people that have overstuffed that front pocket, go to zip it and burst that pocket out. Just something to be mindful of when you're loading out that front pocket. So to wrap up this episode before my camera battery dies, because it is only about 5 degrees out right now with the wind, looking at about -15. I just wanted to highlight some differences, show the loadout of one going into the other so you can kind of see how they compare and contrast. Like I said, I'll throw the weight of however much this pack weighs. If I had to guess, it's probably anywhere between 20 and 30 pounds. Not meant to do, you know, sustain you forever, but for a night or two, you can definitely make this work. That's one of the things with these packs that you really have to understand, especially with any pack you're gonna plan on using. The capacity is directly gonna translate to how many days you can actually get out of that pack. Now, if you're an ultralight backpacker, a 30 liter, 35 liter pack like these ones are, you could probably go close to a week out of, because your gear is smaller, lighter, you can fit a lot more in the available space. But if you're more of a traditional camper or a bushcrafter, you know, that gear is generally more bulky and it's going to take up that space fairly quickly. So I kind of cut the middle with it and say on average, you can get about 3 days out of both of these packs. Granted, it's going to vary depending on the gear selection you choose, but that's kind of the general baseline for it. I wanted to highlight some differences in this video that I didn't really touch on in the first one. One of them being on the bottom of the Pathfinder pack, we have the zippered compartment here. On the inside, we have the orange rainfly. Now that's great because it's always attached to the pack itself. And now you'll always have some sort of signal panel with you, if I can get the zipper to close. And if you're out hiking during hunting season, now you have something blaze orange so someone doesn't mistake you for an animal and cap you. The pockets, side pockets on the Pathfinder pack, like I said, are taller, so generally you're going to have more security for whatever you put in there. Water bottles, any materials you're taking back to camp, it'll give you more security there. Like I said in that first video, the Savotta was really designed more for military use, so those pockets are designed more for securing a mortar tube, moving to wherever you need to, and then using that. Where the Pathfinder Scout Pack is designed more for civilian use, bushcrafting, camping, those sorts of activities. Now, with my channel, I always tell you, the viewers, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on gear. I'm going to do reviews, show both the good and the bad, or the indifferent if I feel that way. With these two packs, obviously the Savotta has been around since the late 90s. It is the original, in my opinion. The Pathfinder pack is only a couple years old, and let's be completely honest with ourselves, it's built off of the same design of the Savotta pack. That's not trying to throw shade or anything like that. That's just calling it like it is. You know, it's based off of that Savotta pack with some upgrades more geared for the civilian market, where the Savotta Jääkäri is more geared to the military market. So you really have to keep that in mind when you're selecting gear. What was the intended purpose of that product's design? Are you trying to make something that's designed for the military work for civilian life, or vice versa? There's always caveats to that. I'm not going to tell you which way is right or wrong. You make up that decision yourself for your situation. But I do find myself personally liking the Savotta a bit more, just because I can put MOLLE pouches on the outside and configure it to better suit my needs. Where the Pathfinder pack, I have that front pocket on the pouch, or on the front, where I can only store a certain amount of things in there. Yes, the pockets on the side are bigger and nicer to really secure stuff in there, but I could easily slap a water bottle pocket on the side of the Savotta, or just put my water bottle on the inside if I needed to, or run some sort of water bottle carrier. Like I said, my opinion on it is, you know, they're both add value to what their intended purposes is. You need to decide what you're going to be doing, which one's going to fit your need better, and decide from there. Like I always say, I don't care which one you go with. I don't have no skin in the game. I just want to give you my opinion on products that I review. So in the comment section down below, let me know which one you choose and why you do. Also, let me know which products we should compare next. I kind of like comparing some products to kind of see the pros and cons from different companies. So let me know what you want to see down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That gets more eyes on the channel, gets more eyes on the community that we're building here to help bring people in so we can add their knowledge to our knowledge base and learn together and grow together. As always, this has been Paul with Adaptable Survival. Adapt your mind, your body, and your gear.